Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on Ravenport. We are going to carry straight on from where we left off in the last episode, so let's get to it. You did a tidier job there than I expected, it's got to be said. But what are you going to do after your turn? You've backed up that far, you've managed to cope with that bit. And you've backed up a little bit further still. I have seen them, like with the combine, I've seen them back all the way across a field. Literally across the entire field. Then turn around at the other end of the field and cut a tiny bit and then say, job done. And you're looking at this and you're like, well, but how have you, what, why? It's just why? Nothing you do or say makes any sense. Still. It's hired help. Who are we to question their logic? They are the hired help. Right, well, while that one's going, we've already used 25% on that one. Let's get back down here and we'll have a little bit more on this one. I do want to get one complete load. I want one complete load of bales so we can take them over, which is 48 bales. It's actually quite a lot of bales. Right, there's probably more there than... You know, 48 is probably more than I should really be going for. I might be better off if we set our targets just a little bit lower. Never mind. I've committed now. I've already made my decision. I've committed to this, and I must see it through. It is down to us to go through with this nobly, no matter what. We'll haul you on up this way. If I can anchor in round that corner right there, and you are there, exactly full. I'm going to bring you right out round like that. I'm going to dump that bale there. Sort of in the hope that that bale is not going to roll too far and won't cause any problems. Or, you know, you could just roll right back over there and cause me problems. We'll see. We'll see how it works out later. Yeah, whilst I've had a little bit of fun with the old bio-baler here, and I'm sure that a lot of you have liked seeing the bio-baler here and seeing it at work. It's not something that's going to be coming back to the farm. This is one that is not going to be making a repeat performance. Well, not at least on the ordinary Let's Play. I might do a bit of this in the time-lapse series. However, I wouldn't hold your breath for that either, because you remember, it might look good in time-lapse, but just because it looks good in time-lapse doesn't mean it's actually fun for me to go and do, and this seems like something that I would get very fed up with after a while. Unless I did a couple of small fields that were rather difficult to get round, so there's a lot of twists and turns. That could be a bit more interesting, but again, then, that's the kind of footage that doesn't make particularly good time-lapse footage. So I'm kind of torn on this. Do I go for making some reasonable time-lapse footage and go for a slightly bigger field, or do I just, yeah, not worry about it? Just give up on the whole... Completely give up on bio-balers altogether. I'm thinking the first option would be better. Right, I'm going to lower that one down, and I'm going to stay out of the way of that bale. So that one should run all the way down to the bottom, I hope, which means that we, in theory, should be able to get most of the way down to the bottom with this next bale without having to worry about it at all. It does some very strange things here at the front, doesn't it, when it's going up against the bar up in front of it. And I mean, whilst the bar on the front of the tractor is good and it does push the poplars over, I still think this is the best way to do it. And the videos that I've seen of bio-balers being used, I'd say there's not very many of them, admittedly, but almost all of the ones that I have seen, I think I've seen maybe one where they've not been offset. I think I've seen maybe one where the baler was actually behind the tractor, and we missed a little bit there. Wasn't very good, was it? There's definitely room for improvement there. Right. Lower that down ever so slightly, and then we can pull... And there's our bale just creeping out through the bottom of the wood chips there. Or the poplars, I should say. That's fantastic. Right, I'll bring that one back out. I'm going to go... We'll get to the end of the field. Actually, no, we'll go back up round to the top, to the truck up the top again. And we'll go round again, and we'll load up a few more bales just to see how many we've got. And I'm sort of fast approaching the point where I think that it's not really worth us even completely loading up a lorry load. Because it's just going to take too long. It's going to be too dull. It's too boring. Not sure that I want to do it. I also need to keep an eye on our hired help up there. He's doing alright at the He's doing alright at the moment, I was about to say, and then he's got up to the other side of the field and he's decided to just give up because of the angle of the field. And that's all it is the angle of the field. He's decided it was too much for it to cope with and doesn't like it. So we'll go up round to the truck. Once we've done that, with our little baler right here, so there's probably 2 more bales worth. We get one here going most of the way across the field, and there'll be another one going on up towards where the truck is parked. Once we've done this bit, then we can quickly whip up through and we can go and see the lime spreader. We'll probably have to go and reload it at this point anyway. I can't imagine it's got very much left in the tank. It might... No. It wouldn't just come up and say, job done, would it? If it was completely full at this point, it wouldn't say job done. It would say helper stopped unexpectedly, tank empty. So it has different messages. It's only said that the helper is completely finished, and in big green smiley face lettering, because the helper actually thinks that it's finished and has done a good job. Which is why that particular helper is now unemployed. Gone home. Never going to have anything more to do with them. They are unemployed, and as far as I'm concerned, they are now classed as unemployable as well. They will never darken the farm again. You've got half a field still to go, and you're telling me you're finished? I don't think so, sunshine. I don't think so. That's not how we run things around here. We have standards to adhere to, and you have not adhered to any of them. Bring this on round here. So, actually, once this bale is complete, we will move the baler out of the way a little bit, and then we want to go and check on the lime spreader, probably refill it, then come back and we'll load up the bales that we've got made, and then we'll probably do a little bit more baling. Just to get a little bit more done. Right, there we go. There is our next bale. Let's dump you out there. Like that. I'm going to lift you up. And I'll shut you down as well. And we'll stop you right there. Just like that. That bale is going to roll off somewhere. I'm going to just ignore that for a minute. We're going to go up here and... see what I mean? Do you understand what I mean now? What it did was it came up here, and it did like a little bit there, and it turned round and it said, "Yeah, this is really good." And no, then it's turned round the other way, and I've no idea what it's done. I genuinely cannot fathom what it's done here. But I do know that we've got a little bit more of an overlap that we can use right there, so we'll do it like that. It's not quite a tractor's width, I don't think. But we can go... Let's go to about there. And try that again. Oh, wait a minute. Why are you stopping there? Oh, I know why. Needs lime. That's why. Right? It's not actually applying lime on any part of the field that doesn't need lime. It's only putting lime on the bits of the field that need it. This could end up causing us problems later. I wanted to do the whole field. Right, well, I'll stop you there a second. We'll go on round up this way. Like this. I'll just quickly do out that triangle there. Like that. I mean, it's kind of good that it's done this, but at the same time, it's a bit of a jolly nuisance. We'll have a look. We'll go back up to the top end, and we'll see if it's going to spread lime on the field at all. Like, ideally, we'd like it to put lime over everything, but it may not. It may not allow us, and I don't really want to do this job manually because it's quite a big job to do. So I'd rather just leave it. If it's not going to let us do it, then fine, we won't do it. But looking at this bit here, like, we've got no lime that needs to be applied. So in theory, it's just up here somewhere. We've got one little triangle bit there. And it will have gone across the top end. Here we go. This is where it went up and turned round. So if I go here like this and sort of put that roughly in a straight line there, I should think. And the reason I'm going to do that, I'm just going to manually do this bit right here. Then I'm going to turn it round, and I'm going to see if it will actually, like, if the hired help will take over, or if it's just going to stop and say, you know what, dude, you've already got lime on the field here, don't be a fool. I'm not going to allow you to waste your money, right? We know that you work hard for your cash. Help at H, yeah. He's just going to say that to me. He's just going to say, nope, not having it. I'm not interested. You've already got lime on the field. Don't be a fool. Do not be a complete and total fool. So we will manually do this. I'll go along this side here, and I'll do one more run along here. And it's actually really easy to see because it's the edge of the field. So anywhere that's got the fertilizer mark on it is actually also... anywhere that doesn't have the fertilizer mark on it, which is this bit down here, is also the bit that needs lime being applied to it. So we'll just one more pass, I should think. If we just do once round, we won't worry about making sure every single centimetre of it is covered. We will just do like this. So just make sure the majority of it is covered. And then the rest of it, I'm fairly happy to just leave it, actually. I'm not, as I'm not going to manually cover. Oh, actually, this bit down here, we'll do another pass coming back through if we've got enough lime in the tank. Although now I'm thinking that we don't have enough lime to cover all of this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Because I know that you do get a loss yield on it, but it's not such a significant loss yield on it that I think we need to worry about it. So bring this up here, and there. Right, I got 145 litres left, so if I put that 145 litres right there, 60, and we are done. Right, that's enough. We won't worry about any more lime on the field for a minute. We'll run this one back down to the main yard. Then we can skip over onto our lorry, and we can start doing that bit. And see how many, well, we'll see how many bales we've got. I'm not really sure how much more of the bio-baling I want to do. We've done a fair bit of it. We know what it's like. I'm actually seriously thinking that ploughing that field up and forgetting about the rest of the crop is going to be our best option. I mean, yes, admittedly, it's probably not the most economically viable option. It would be better for us financially to go and bale it all up, but I don't really want to sit there and just keep going with that baler, because it's going to get rather dull to watch, and it's going to be rather dull for me to do as well. So we'll go for the non-dull option. And yeah, if we were doing this in the super hardcore series, then I would just keep going. I would do all of it, the whole lot, every single bit of poplar, and we'd bale it all up, but I'm not doing it in the hardcore series. And having tested it on this one, I'd say it's unlikely that we're going to go and do this in the hardcore series either. It's not really something I want to get involved with. We might do a poplar harvest on there, just using a forager and the forager header or something like that. That's something that we might consider. I'll bring you up to there. Absolutely lagged in filth at the moment. We'll consider what we're going to do with that. So I'm not quite sure at the moment whether we should keep that Massey or not. Like, the Massey might end up being useful, but yeah, I'm genuinely not sure at the moment of whether or not I want to keep that Massey. Because it's on lease, means it's going to get rather expensive to keep it for any length of time. So that's kind of my reasoning behind getting rid of it, is that it would get quite expensive. And also, when we come to doing the silage, we'll be using this truck here for towing the trailers around the field and taking them back to the silage clamp, that sort of thing. Whereas the other field, the other machine in the field, that's going to be the forager itself. And if we can, well, actually, most of it will be done with the truck, isn't it? And then for rolling the clamp down, we could go and we could have a tractor for rolling the clamp. We could use that Massey for rolling the clamp. But on the other hand, I'm also thinking that maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea for when we come to roll the clamp to use something other than the Massey. No, I mean, I usually use like a JCB or something. 12 more bales. Let's do it. 12 bales is not too bad. We can do 12 bales, I think. We jump back onto you. We want another 12 bales, and then we're done. That is it with bio-baling after another 12 bales. So I'll go round the field just the once more, and then we'll just start working backwards and forwards along the bottom. I think that's how we're going to do it. We'll work backwards and forwards along the bottom until we've got our full 12 bales down there. I will try to make sure I count them as well. So this is number 1. It's still going to take a while. No matter how enthusiastically we go into them and how enthusiastically you jump into your cab when you first start on the job, you can't actually make the job go any faster. It still takes forever and a day to get through all of it. And there is nothing we can do to change that. Much like real life. I've known plenty of people to enthusiastically leap into the cab of their tractor at the beginning of the day. That enthusiasm does tend to wear off. It does depend a bit on the job that you're doing, but yeah, that enthusiasm does wear off when you're doing things like that. Okay, let's just bring this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that one out of the crop like that. There. And then we'll come on over this way. And then we'll lower it back into the crop over this side so that we're now working our way up and down the field over here. But we've also got to remember that now we are no longer working with a thick crop anymore. You know what? I think just for the last bit, I might actually... I'll keep it offset going up through here. But I don't like offsetting machines the other way. It always feels wrong to me because that's the side you get out. Right? When you get out your tractor... And especially with modern tractors, most of them don't even have doors on the right-hand side anymore. A lot of older tractors had doors on both sides, and then as the console started moving up onto the right-hand side of the tractor, and you got more and more stuff up on the right-hand side, you still had the door there as well. But very newer tractors, a lot of them now, they don't even have a door on the right-hand side of the cab. Right? There's no door there at all. So you put your machinery offset on the right hand side of the cab, which is the safe side. You're not going to get out and into the machinery. And I never like having anything offset on the left hand side. Also, you're looking the wrong way when you sat, right? When you sat in a tractor, yeah, you tend to sit that way, yeah, and or even face this way. You tend to sort of sit facing this direction. You can look back behind you. You can look forwards as well. When you've got your machine out this side, yeah, you look out there and you look forward, right? You're looking here. But you can't see any of this. And if you're having to put your hand on the controls over there as well, you're kind of more twisted. It feels wrong. All right, I don't like it. Don't like it at all. I don't want to get involved with it. So, for that reason, I would rather have it directly behind me than I would having it offset to the left. Plus, it just feels wrong. It feels very, very alien having it offset to the left. Right? It's not a thing that I'd like to do. So if we do it there, like that, we can have it directly behind us. That I can cope with. Let's just get in round here a minute. There we go. Easy does it. And then... Right. Yeah, a little bit of a mess right there, but that's, I can cope with that. And I'll back you down there. Get that one out. So how many bales have I done now? There's one down. That's two. After all that, we've got two. I'm sort of taking at the moment 1.5 lines as I go up through here. I'm trying to cover all the bits that have also got the lime on it as well, just to make sure that we're not like missing any invisible crop, because you never quite know with this game. Sometimes you've got like invisible lines of crop as well, so we've got to make sure that we take those into account. So that there should be number 3. Yeah, that's 3. Those you down, and we'll go back. What I think I will do is we'll go up here, and then we'll do a line sort of through the middle of it, and then I can go back to having it offset to the right, because it seems to be better going offset. Like it feels like it would be a better thing having it offset to the right. I mean, yeah, you've got it all bending over quite nicely here like this, and that is a grand thing. It still feels like it might be better having it offset. Although that being said, leaving the bales in the middle of the field as we come back through this way, that feels like that might actually cause me more problems. Not quite sure. I'm going to try and see if I can straddle 2 rows with it. It's going to let me do that. Well, it's certainly thinking about it. We'll dump that one right there. That shouldn't go anywhere at all. That should just stay exactly where it is. Close you down. And we'll keep going like this, and we'll see if we can take both of these lines all the way. No, I've just moved slightly off of them. It's left a little strip there. Okay, it doesn't quite want to do 2 lines. I can get most of 2 lines, but it's not quite playing ball with me. Oh, no, there, that's better. No. I keep drifting uphill. This is my problem, is I keep drifting uphill with it. Stop there. Let you out. Yeah, that's going to go right on top of the crop there that I'm going to want to harvest next time I come through. This is why I shouldn't be trying to do 2 lines going down through. So what have I done now? I've left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're on bale number 6. That leaves 6 more to go after this one, and that is our 12. That is 1 complete full lorry load of bales that we can then run all the way up to the sawmill, and we can sell them, and we can see what we can get for 1 full load. I mean, yeah, I could probably just work this out if I was to spend a little bit longer at it. So there's 6 bales. Okay, it wouldn't be too much difficulty to actually go and just figure it out. Do a little bit of calculations or something. And no, I don't want to offset it to the left. So we'll offset it like that. And then we'll swing right round. And you can see right there, it's definitely not actually damaging anything with the PTO. The PTO is not moved at all. I am going to straighten it up in order to take this bit here next to that bale. I'm going to go in there like that. And then I'm going to start moving that one out as I offset the baler at the same time. In one smooth move. There. Look at that. So now I'm running down and I'm taking the 1 line. We've got a little bit up through there that we didn't quite get. And I do think it would have been easier if I just tried to stay with it like that. So we'll go in there like that. And then I've got the baler right behind me. And now I want to try and offset it a bit more. Like that. Okay, I'm going to keep it partially offset because I'm trying to gather up the bit that I've got here. And also the bit that I missed, which I'm not doing a very good job of. There, so I can have this one offset for a minute. And I suppose it would be easier if I just looped it round and I went round the outside of the loop, and then I wouldn't have any bales in the way, because I've got another line of bales that are going to be in the way down through here now. But we may as well try and make this last few bales at least a little bit more of a challenge, a little bit more interest. Let's try and straighten that up a little bit. There, so that one will come through there like that. Right, now I need to move up like that, so I'm going to straighten the bale as I go into the crop. Like that. Straighten the bale, straighten the baler. Straighten the baler is what we want to do. There. But moving the baler off to the side as you move around, I mean, it is a really useful function. It's got to be said that this is a really useful function to have as you're sort of trying to weave in and out of it all. We'll bring that back round there, and I'm going to try and sort of leave it roughly in the middle there so it doesn't roll into the way of the rest of the crop. That's bale number 8 right there. Let's keep going. And I should be able to... Yeah, I'll bring that up slightly now. All the way up now to complete right-hand offset like that. Go and get bale number 9. So we want 3 more after this one. I'll do 2 more. I'll do the bale number 9 now, and I'll do 2 more just in case I've actually got too many bales here. Because the last thing I want is one spare bale just kind of kicking around that we've got to go and do a special trip for somewhere, because that's just going to be a nuisance. Right, that's just going to end up really, really annoying us, and it's going to get in the way of everything, and we're not going to like it. So we come back down through this way. Yeah, just narrowly avoiding that. I've got a bale that's right up against the house down there as well. I've got one over there. I don't know if I've got any more around the yard anyway, but there is one right up against the house down there. And I don't know if we've missed that one or if it's one that we did do coming back through. So what I'll do is I'll do this bale now, and then we'll go around with the truck and we will gather up all of the bales that we've got, just to make sure that we haven't got anything out of the ordinary, out of place or anything like that. And then we will do the last couple that we might need just to finish off, I think. That would be the most sensible approach to this. We'll stop you there. I'll stop you a minute. Let me just leave that one running a second. And I will go through to you. Right. We'll go this way. Spin right round like this. What have we got up here? We got any bales that we've left behind up here? There's none sort of on the edge of the field. Have we got anything that's rolled off down here? I don't think there is. I can't see anything in the shrubs, in the bushes. See anything at all lying there. I've got that one right there. That one we want to pick up. Press U and start the pickup. There we go. So we've got that one right there. Now we've got 2 more down here. Oh, right. There's actually a whole. There's several. Okay, there's more bales than I realised down here, because there's several that we've missed completely that have rolled all the way down here amongst the machinery. Which, whilst it's great that we've got all these bales here, we could end up having the one thing that I said already that I didn't want to have, which is a load of extra bales. We may have already done our 48 bales. Let's bring you up there, 6. 6 more. I think I've got 2. I have. It's exactly what I said. I didn't. No. You've. Okay. Okay. I literally stopped perfectly with that. We've got 48 of 48 bales. I don't see any more up through here. We've picked up all the ones that are kicking around the machinery. There was quite a few of them there. I didn't expect to have that many of them there. But they're all gone. They're all moved, and there's no more up round this way. It looks like that is all of the bales. So we've got 48 bales of poplars right there, fully laden. We will unload onto the... Wow, look at the weight. Oh, that was fantastic. Let's load those up again. Bring that back there. So I want to do that again. I want to do that once more. So we will bring that one in a little bit closer, like that. There we go. And... unload onto... That is fantastic. That is genuinely awesome. Right, let's go. We will take this load up to the sawmill and we'll sell them up there, because I believe you can only sell these in places where you can sell... Well, there we go, folks. I'm afraid that's it. We've run out of time, which means that we need to head on home. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please hit down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.